Now, you know with a beauty pageant, right? It's all about, look at me, pay attention, I'm here. And if you're competing against, in this case, 20 other girls, 18 other girls, and they're all beautiful, and they're all confident, and they all have something important to say, how are you going to stand out?
Oh, goodness.
I have to say, this pageant is amazing. The team is amazing. That's actually something that I do think I will take away. The passion that everyone has, and also the passion that everyone has for causes and following through with those causes.
I feel like the environment's going to be here a lot longer than you and I, so we need to do something to protect it. It's not a matter of just saying it's great for now and it's, you know, providing opportunity for jobs. That might be true, and don't get me wrong, a lot of my friends work in the mining industry, but in the long term we also need to look to renewable energy.
I spend a lot of time around athletes and they all have, you know, very similar goals in mind, and it's been great to be around people, pageant girls I guess, that really have an absolute love for the environment, and, you know, they're into health, they're into beauty, they're into fashion. You know, what a great combination.
Very different last year. What brought you back?
I just love what it's about. What I would like to do is to teach more people about how politics works, how economics works, because I believe Australia needs to invest more in renewable energies. So that's, you know, I know that it's not taught in school. I know what I know because I've studied it in university. So I'd love to pass on my knowledge so that people can make better informed decisions.
How do you feel about that? Having won, to be stripped of it, only to come back and compete. So how do you feel? Most people would be destroyed by that experience.
Winning the crown was a dream come true, and losing it obviously was the worst thing that could happen. But during this past year, I feel that I've grown so much as a woman. I've learned to build up courage and overcome my fears.
So, Tasmanian, this is your first pageant.
Yes.
And you're so, you know, you've told me before, you're out of your element. But you know, for a lot of people, it's a great, exciting learning experience. As scary as it is for you right now, would you do this again?
Yes, in a heartbeat.
would?
Yeah, I wouldn't miss it for the world.
All right, so as scared as you are, and you know, we had a bit of a breakdown before because of your nerves.
Yeah.
I'm quite surprised that you'd say you would do it again.
Yeah, well, I just want to do everything I can to improve myself and learn everything I can about myself. So
Good.
it's a really good way to do it.
I think you're doing your state very, very proud. So you're doing a great job, and it's just up from here. So keep doing what you're doing and learn from the other girls. So you just gotta soak in that kind of energy, you know? You soak in the vibe and get in with the party.
Pageants really helped me grow as a person, and I love, you know, meeting people and challenging myself, and that's why I'm back. I'm here to challenge myself again, meet some people and try and do some good.
You decided to wear an evening gown that's culturally relevant to you.
I did, yes.
Tell me about that.
So the outfit I'm wearing is a sari, and it is the most traditional wear that an Indian woman wears and goes out and celebrates in. And I thought, what better way to express my celebration of the earth here at Miss Earth Australia than wearing my own piece of attire, which I celebrate in.
My platform is to show people how much they actually need to recycle their plastic bags, and because you can't just do it at home, you need to take them to the shop instead of recycle them.
My outlook with environmental change is primarily to use, say, Mr. Earth or organisations as a platform to really engage the community and create a public awareness.
So the importance of the Australian Koala Foundation shedding light onto this foundation is it's a non-for-profit NGO that's from Australia. It's going to turn 30 years old next year, and they're planting trees because we have legislation that protects the koalas but none that protects their habitat. And I think koalas sort of represent Australian culture around the world globally, and I think it's our duty to protect the habitat and make sure, there's not only koalas in the zoos and in the parks, but also in the wild where they belong.
I guess I've just found who I am and I've grown into my skin, so to speak.
Who are you?
I'm a lot more confident in who I am. I'm not as shy and reserved as I used to be, and I like to show that I do have a bit of sass.
One thing that I have come to learn with the amazing experience from Miss Earth is all about style as well, how to carry yourself out. And from the first time I met you, when you told me, it's like, Teresa, you gotta get out of your comfort zone and you gotta find something that goes with you. And I think I find myself, I know how to present myself. I know the style that will give me that definition that, will make me stand out.
I'm representing the Tasmanian green tree frog.
Okay.
It's at the moment we have a disease. It's a fungal disease that is spreading through the world and it's affecting amphibians worldwide. And the tree frog is very susceptible to the disease.
Are you terrified? What's going on? You're unlike any other pageant girl that I've heard. Someone like Kelly, for example, is just so loud and boisterous. Look at me, I'm so confident. And essentially, that's what you need to do in a pageant, to stand out. You're so quiet. Are you trying to hide something from us? What is it?
Oh, no, not at all. I think I'm just more of a relaxed nature. I guess I'm just a bit chilled out.
I don't know about you, but when I'm chilled out and when I'm relaxed, you can't shut me up.
Hi, good evening. I'm Renera Thompson, Miss Earth Australia 2013, and tonight I'm here for the final night of Miss Earth Australia 2015. I am so excited and can't wait to find out who it will be.
Feeling good, feeling excited. Let's get started. I'm trying to remember my dance moves.
Getting excited, a little bit nervous, trying to get my intro down packed, but it should be fun.
Just doing final touches.
My earring fell off and I broke it. She's helping me fix it. Double-sided tape works wonders.
What am I looking forward to? Getting up on stage and pumping it up to the music.
The nerves are great at the moment, but as soon as I get on stage, it'll be like,
I think if I took the title of Miss Earth Australia, which I'm hoping to do tonight, I would be an advocate for young Australians. I believe as young Australians have a role to step up and to take on probably the opportunity to change kind of our future with the environment.
How are you finding the experience in general so far?
Excellent, lots of fun. Okay. All the programs that we've been doing have been great. Getting everyone out of their comfort zones and getting everyone mingling. Talking to girls that maybe you didn't talk to before. It's really good.
You have to go up there and have confidence. That is honestly the main thing. If you don't have the confidence, it's going to show in your face. Yes, we all get nervous. Even I get nervous when it comes to actually walking on stage. But once you're out there, you just have to own it because you don't really have a long time on stage. And once you're on there, it's yours.
I want to be a role model for the younger generation. I really want to empower them as they're growing up. And I think coming from sports as well that aren't necessarily mainstream, I think pageants really tie into that, and it gives me the ability to actually help and empower these people growing up.
Ultimately, I always look for someone who's going to just be the best representative for Australia. So it's not look specific for me, it's about talent and personality and ultimately how good you are as a brand ambassador because you're representing our amazing country.
Co-hosting with me tonight is the impeccable Mark Mallison. Please make him welcome.
Thank you very much. I have never been called impeccable. Many things, but never impeccable.
I'm a passionate earth warrior. I live my life taking care of our animals and living by example because it is my passion that we need to take care of our earth that has been given to us.
My advocacy is conservation, and my passion is to engage the younger generation, particularly children and the disadvantaged children, and reconnect them back with the environment.
My advocacy is to spread awareness about the interconnection between environmental and population health through my projects, which are about Great Barrier Reef, ecotourism and waste management.
My environmental advocacy is to educate the younger generation about environmental sustainability and maintenance.
I was really disappointed when the carbon tax was repealed last year, so my advocacy is to implement a new carbon pricing system so that there's more incentive to invest in more environmentally friendly energy sources.
My advocacy is basically built around social awareness and community engagement. My philosophy is that one person can actually help change the world. So what we do is we make small changes in all our households which are more environmentally sustainable, and that's how we enact change on a global scale.
I'd really like to educate people about the harmful chemicals that are being used in cosmetics today. Can you believe that sunscreens currently have a chemical in them that is killing our coral?
And I'm sure all of you are considerate about your health as well, taking vitamins or supplements. And I want to be sure that you're clearly aware of when you're buying these vitamins or supplements that they are coming from a sustainable source and they're not destroying our environment in the process of looking after our own health.
My advocacy that I want to showcase tonight is my own NGO that I formed 5 years ago called the Vitamin Project. It's about delivering vitamins to third world countries and impoverished lands, especially pregnant women and children.
I'm very passionate about health and fitness. So I believe that if everyone lives a healthier and more active life, that we'll be able to promote better living, which in turn helps the environment. So my advocacy is sustainable living and holistic living also.
So as a facilitator, I don't want to enforce what are the problems, but I want to be there to tell the kids, open your eyes, this is what's happening around the world. And it's not just national. If you want to learn, you need to do your own research. So I am a facilitator and I want to be able to just help them out, figure out what are kind of the problem we're facing, and I want to do that with them.
So not many people are aware that our day-to-day clothes are actually having an effect on the environment. The fibres that make up our clothes actually have lots of chemicals in them and toxins, so that results in the garments are not able to be biodegradable. So if it ends up in a landfill, it's not going to sink into the environment and it's actually going to destroy it and pollute it.
Coming from Tasmania, I'm quite passionate about the Tasmanian devil, who is struggling with the Tasmanian devil facial tumour disease at the moment. They've been struggling for about 20 years and some areas have had decline in population of up to 90%.
So I would like to inform everyone and create a business that comes to people's doors to collect their plastic bags that they don't recycle. Thank you.
My advocacy is to prevent degradation of that environment by preventing, hopefully, any more coal seam gas mines from being opened around Australia, especially in the southern states where there aren't any at the moment.
My advocacy is for a move towards clean green energy and away from coal-fired power. I believe we need to protect our earth in Australia for future generations, not just us.